You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. With the advent of the blessed Eid al-Adha, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq exchanges cables of greetings with the leaders of the sisterly and friendly countries. On the occasion of the blessed Eid al-Adha, His Eminence, the Grand Mufti of the Sultanate, points out that it's permissible to whoever finds it difficult to perform the Eid sacrifice to delay it or send donations to any charity organization outside the country. And a number of wilayas of the Sultanate continue witnessing heavy to moderate rainfall. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. With the advent of the blessed Eid al-Adha, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq exchanged cables of greetings with their Majesties, Highnesses and Excellencies, the leaders of the sisterly and friendly countries. In his cables, His Majesty the Sultan expressed his sincere greetings along with his best wishes to them and the people of their countries' further progress and prosperity, praying to Allah the Almighty to achieve all aspirations of their people under their leadership and for the return of this occasion on all Muslims with blessings and welfare. In their cables, the leaders expressed their sincere greetings along with their best wishes to His Majesty the Sultan and the Omani people, praying to Allah to protect His Majesty, grant him good health and long life, achieve further progress and peace for his loyal people under his wise leadership, and praying to Allah for the return of this occasion and similar occasions on His Majesty, the Omani people and the Arab and Muslim nations with welfare and progress. His Majesty the Sultan exchanged cables of greetings with the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the United Arab Emirates. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa of the Kingdom of Bahrain. His Highness Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, Emir of Qatar. His Highness Sheikh Nawaf Al Ahmed Al Jaber Al Sabah, Emir of Kuwait. His Majesty King Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein of Jordan. His Majesty King Mohammed VI of Morocco. His Excellency President Qais Said of Tunisia. His Excellency President Abdelmajid Tebboune of Algeria. His Excellency President Ismail Omar Gila of Djibouti. His Excellency Lieutenant General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, Chairman of the Sovereignty Council of Sudan. His Excellency President Dr. Bashar al-Assad of Syria. His Excellency President Mohammed Abdullah Farmajo of Somalia. His Excellency President Dr. Barham Ahmad Saleh of Iraq. His Excellency President Mahmoud Abbas of the State of Palestine, Chairman of the Executive Committee of the Palestine Liberation Organization. His Excellency President Othman Ghazali of Comoros. His Excellency Mohammed Al-Manfi, Chairman of the Presidential Council of Libya. His Excellency President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi of Egypt. His Excellency President Mohammed Wald al-Sheikh al-Ghazwani of Mauritania. His Excellency President Field Marshal Abdrabbo Mansour Hadi of Yemen. His Majesty Haji Hassan al-Bolkiah, Sultan of Brunei Dar es Salaam. His Majesty King Abdullah ibn Sultan Ahmad Shah of Malaysia. His Excellency President Dr. Ilham Haider Aliyev of Azerbaijan. His Excellency President Dr. Muhammad Ashraf Ghani of Afghanistan. His Excellency President Joko Widodo of Indonesia. His Excellency President Dr. Shavkat Mirziyoyev of Uzbekistan. His Excellency President Dr. Hassan Rouhani of Iran. His Excellency President Dr. Arif Alawi of Pakistan. His Excellency President Muhammad Abdul Hamid of Bangladesh. His Excellency President Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov of Turkmenistan. His Excellency President Recep Tayyip Erdogan of Turkey. Her Excellency Samia Hassan of Tanzania. His Excellency President Ali Bongo Ondimba of Gabon. His Excellency President Adama Barrow of Gambia. His Excellency President Macky Sall of Senegal. His Excellency President Imam Ali Rahmanov of Tajikistan. His Excellency President Sadr Jabrov of Kyrgyzstan. His Excellency President Qasim Jomart Tokayov of Kazakhstan. His Excellency President Ibrahim Mohammed Solh of Maldives. His Excellency President Mahmoudou Bazoum of Niger. And His Excellency President Mahmoudou Buhari of Nigeria. His Eminence Sheikh Ahmed bin Hamad Al Khalili, the Grand Mufti of the Sultanate, congratulated Muslims on the occasion of the blessed Eid al-Adha, praying to the Almighty Allah to return this happy occasion to the Islamic nation while being blessed with health and tranquility. His Eminence Sheikh Ahmed Al Khalili called upon everyone to avoid gatherings, maintain social distancing, and observe the preventive measures for the safety of all, and to ease the burden on the medical staff who are overburdened with the increase of patients admitted to the hospitals. In his speech, His Eminence pointed out that it's permissible to whoever find it difficult to perform Eid sacrifice to delay it or delegate the matter to charity organizations as a donation outside the country. Latest weather charts and analysis of the National Multi-Hazard Early Warning Center show that the upper air trough over the Arabian Sea continues to affect the Sultanate until tomorrow, Sunday, the 18th of July, 2021. Cloud advection and formation will continue over all of the governorates, with chances of isolated rain, occasionally thunder showers associated with fresh draft winds and overflowing of wadis. The heavy rain will concentrate over the governorates of North Al-Batina, Dhofar, Al-Hajar Mountains and adjoining areas, and the Sea of Oman coastal areas. Seas will be rough along the coast of the Arabian Sea with a wave height of 3 to 4 meters, whereas along the coast of the Sea of Oman it will be moderate with a maximum wave height of 2 meters. The Civil Aviation Authority advises the public to take precautions during thunder showers, overflowing of wadis and unstable sea state, and to follow the latest official weather bulletins and reports. Wilayas of the Governorate of Dhofar witnessed moderate to heavy rainfall in the last hours. In the wilaya of Al-Mazyuna, rains of varying degrees pour in the city center and neighboring Niabats. The rains caused wadis and water tunnels to follow again in the wadis of Harwib, Difin, and Habrut. The The governorate of South Al-Sharqiyya witnessed moderate to heavy rains accompanied by active winds which led some wadis and their tributaries to overflow. The following are footage of some overflowing wadis in the wilaya. The Civil Defense and Ambulance Authority, in coordination with the Royal Oman Police, responded to reports on people trapped in wadis and mobilized search and rescue teams to the areas affected by the latest rainfall. The search and rescue teams responded to 21 calls for rescue, in which 28 individuals were rescued. The mobilized search and rescue teams evacuated 232 citizens and residents trapped by the flowing wadis in the wilaya of Sur and moved them to secured areas in coordination with relief and shelter sector under the Emergency Management Subcommittee for the Governorate of South Sharqiyya. The search and rescue teams continue its efforts to find 4 individuals, including 1 woman, who were reported missing yesterday. Still to come on News Bulletin. In Spain, the Catalan firefighters are battling wildfire in the national park. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. Syrian President Bashar al-Assad was sworn in today for a 4th 7-year term in the war-torn country. The swearing-in ceremony was held at the presidential palace and attended by clergymen, members of the parliament, political figures, and army officers. In power since 2000, Assad's re-election in a landslide was never in doubt. His new term starts with the country still devastated by the 10 years of war and sliding deeper into a worsening economic crisis. Assad took over in 2000 after the death of his father, Hafid, who seized power in 1970 in a bloodless military coup. US and European officials have questioned the legitimacy of the election, saying it violated the UN resolutions in place to resolve the conflict, lacks any international monitoring, and is unprecedented of all Syrians. The death toll from the disastrous flooding in Western Europe has risen above 150 as rescue workers toil to clear up the devastation revealed by the receding water and prevent further damage. Police said today that more than 90 people are now in to have died in Western Germany, Ahrweiler County, one of the worst hit areas, and more casualties are feared. Yesterday, authorities gave a death toll of 63 for Rhineland-Palatinate state, where Ahrweiler is located. Another 43 people were confirmed dead in the neighboring North Rhine-Westphalia state, Germany's most populous. In the meantime, Belgium National Crisis Center put the confirmed death toll in the country at 24 and said it expects the number to rise. Catalan firefighters have been battling flames day and night against a wildfire at the National Park of Cap Cruz in Girona, roughly 2 hours away from Barcelona. According to local reports, 200 people were evacuated from their homes as flames approached residential areas. The area is a natural paradise attracting many tourists, especially during the peak summer season. According to the regional authorities, over 400 acres have already been lost to the wildfire that remains active today. Surrounded by Al Hajar Mountains range, Rustaq in South Al Batina region is a magnificent city with so much to see. More details in the following report by Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubai.
Rustaq, a magnificent city with so much to see. Through this beautiful Rustaq gate, we are now about to enter the center of the city and its villages. Located in the governorate of South Al Batina, Rustaq city has maintained its old world charm. Oman, being an ancient country, it has a special historical identity and a great cultural heritage, which is well preserved by many here, and as it can be seen here, part of it is being practiced by this young generation. With this beautiful weather here, Camera of Oman Television managed to capture different areas with its various activities in the city, where we also came across people, young and adult, expressing their joy for this lovely rain in their wilaya, which made wadis to flow all over the places. Surrounded by the Hajar Mountains, the city is filled with farms that grows a variety of fruits. It's well known for its palm trees, dates, and the highest quality of honey.
Rustaq is the administrative center in the South Al Batina Governorate. Rustaq has a large of history, a lot of places you can enjoy seeing palm trees, Rustaq Force, Al Hazm Castle, Hagar Mountains, also a part of Hagar Mountains here. As you can see behind me, Sultan Qaboos Mosque. So a lot of beautiful places here.
It's worth mentioning that in the past, the city became the first capital of Oman and now is full of historically significant structures, each one worth exploring it. It is the best place to witness the combination of the old and the new form of architecture. Rustaq is famous for the two impressive and historically important landmarks, Al Hazm Castle and the imposing Rustaq Fort.
Apart from ancient history, Rustaq has many beautiful farms full of the date trees, irrigated by flags. People will enjoy a good scenery here.
Rustaq Souk is known to be one of the most popular markets in the Sultanate. Various goods are traded, such as traditional industries and crafts like silver, blacksmithing, palm leaves, good for various use as well as folk remedies and various agricultural crops. It's worth mentioning that the number of people in the souk during this period is limited. This is in line with the Supreme Committee instructions for prevention of coronavirus. It's drizzling at this particular time, which is beautiful weather here in the Wilayat of Rustaq, which is a very historical ancient city in Al Batina South Governorate, surrounded by the central Al Hajar Mountains range and blazed with abundant date palm groves and aflaj. And behind me here is a massive Rustaq fort, a much older, dating back in the 13th century, From Jabal Da'an in Al-Dhahira village here in Rustaq, I'm Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubai.
This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's news bulletin, here are the main points once again. With the advent of the blessed Eid al-Adha, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq exchanges cables of greetings with the leaders of the sisterly and friendly countries. On the occasion of the blessed Eid al-Adha, His Eminence the Grand Mufti of the Sultanate points out that it's permissible to whoever find it difficult to perform the Eid sacrifice to delay it or send donations to any charity organization outside the country. And a number of wilayas of the Sultanate continue witnessing heavy to moderate rainfall. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, thank you for watching and have a good night.